Amphion is going to be the first map. This is the map with the gold base on the right side. This map is a bit strange. I played this one once. It's top left versus bottom left. And then you can expand all the way towards the top right. And in the center right. This map, by the way, is the absolute god tier map for hidden bases. Because it feels that most of the action will always take place on the left side or center. So if you take like bottom right, top right, I think that's pretty hard to scout. I'm gonna let them know. Ready when you guys are. A $200 series. Bly is ready. I think CuKu is ready. Let's do it. What are you guys voting for? Voting for Bly for now? He plays a lot currently on his barcode. Alright, so Bly might be a big favorite. Let's see. CuKu, I think, is a pretty good TVZ player, and obviously playing Bly on a barcode is hard. If you play a series and you know it's Bly, you should be a little more ready. I know CuKu has done some prep. He has even DM'd some of the finer Terrans that Europe or even the world has to offer for some replays. Let's do it. First time we get to see this map tonight. That's fun. BASILISK Big Brain Bouts number 54. Main event. Let's get it on.
Let's get it on.
Round 1. Fight!
Top left side of Amphion, we are looking at the main base of the man that's representing Team Redpack, the Romanian Terran player, a young hotshot. It's CuKu. Been in the gym a lot. He's been showing off his gains to me. He's very proud of his progress, and I gotta say, kiddo looks good. Bottom left side, we are looking at the main base of a proper veteran. He is known for his weird builds. He loves cheesy hatcheries, nidus, you name it, this man has done it. Hailing from Ukraine, on fire, it's Bly. Representing a team that I've never seen before, Tuz GG, to Zanya. Probably the only Starcraft player on that team. Bly has spread his wings a little bit in the world of esports over the last few years. I know he was involved with some different games, and I think he was a coach as well at one point. Throughout time, he has always maintained to be a pretty damn good StarCraft 2 player. And he's actually opening things up in a very uncharacteristic way, as he's taking his natural. That is not a given when you're playing Bly, or when we are watching Bly. But we're starting off in a very normal manner. Ebao's letting us know that CuKu made a tiny misclick with his SCVs and that he was not mining as much as he should have been mining, but seems like it didn't have the biggest impact ever on its economy. Is it gonna go Reaper? No, no Reaper. Reactor first. SCV Scout.
Command center upgrade.
Tuz means ace card in Russian. Oh, cool. I don't know if Bly has ever played any cards. I've never seen him play poker or heard him talk about poker. Bly is still active. Bly, just like Hellraiser, gets a bit more active whenever the Europe regionals start coming up. Because there's a lot of prize money for the Europe regionals. And these guys are still so good that even when they don't play for a while, if they just play like 1 month before the regional, most of the time they make it through the qualifier and then they qualify for the main event. So they still make some money. And since we are getting pretty close to the Dallas regionals, and the regionals online are literally as big as offline, so much for saying that online tournaments don't matter. Bly is probably playing a decent amount at the moment. And Gongfu is indeed another one of those guys. I think Petit Drogo is one of those guys. They all just have such a high base skill level that they cannot play for months. Stefano, I think, is another good example. These guys have just played this game for so long. They're just good. They can take big breaks, come back, and still be good. Gongfu probably is a bit more active and is better right now, yeah. But, I mean, Bly is the only one who made it to the playoffs the last time in the Europe Regionals. That was crazy. We had that Swiss format, and Bly actually made it into the playoffs. He's firing up a lot of links here with speed, and he goes for a 2-base lair. So, the opening was normal. This follow-up, not that normal. But hey, that's what we signed up for. That's what we wanted when we asked Bly to play. CuKu is, I think, fine. He should have enough Marines. He's building 4 Marines at a time. Ends up losing 1 SCV here. What is Bly's plan here, guys? 2 base lair. Not a very good economy. Finds a couple of links here. CuKu is showing a lot of respect to these links. He's going to pull the SCVs away immediately. Puts them on hold position. Loses 2 in total. I want to say, I think we have enough firepower here with the 3-rack start that CuKu has. I think what CuKu is doing is pretty good against a player like Bly. Even if you don't have any Hellions and Banshees, what you will have is a lot of firepower. And Bly is very good in winning games where you don't quite have firepower yet, whether you're Protoss or Terran or even Zerg. So going for a build that just gives you a lot of units early on is pretty smart. I think if you're very confident, there's a gap. I think if you're very confident, you can always play Heli and Banshee triple CC, to be completely honest. But I also understand that CuKu may not have that kind of confidence against a very experienced player like Bly. Bly is going up to 3 bases and has created a 10 worker lead for himself, but CuKu has a stronger army at the moment. This is still not a wall off, by the way, CuKu. Now it is, but do we have any units spawning? The Marines have turned around. Bly's Overlord is going to give him the heads up that all of these Marines are coming. Roaches with Burrow. Okay.
Our SCVs are under attack.
CuKu is, from here on out, by the way, never allowed to make fun of my wall-offs anymore. A lot of you guys will still bully me about it, and that's fine. CuKu has just lost his bullying privileges. Has not seen this hatch yet, by the way. He's throwing down a double scan, sees the queen, sees the roach. He could stim and get the hatch. CuKu is going to stim forward, and he is absolutely going to get a cancel on this hatch. You need to cancel though, Bly, and Bly does cancel. CuKu does not get the drone, but that's big. Now you can just go home and chill. You've got Marines with stim. Okay, he's actually going to turn around and battle all these roaches. Questionable, but we'll get away with it for now. I'd say CuKu is in a good spot now. We've got Bunker coming online. He's playing this Omega safe. He is clearly playing the play here. CuKu would never play like this against a Mixu. CuKu would never play like this against Iba. But he does play like this against Bly, and I think that's pretty smart. And this is why barcode MMR, if you're a different player, if you're a cheesy player, I don't think means that much. These Marines, by the way, have stimmed a crazy amount of times, but the reinforcements are here, and CuKu is gonna say like, hey Bly, there's a lot more where that came from. There's a couple of the roaches do burrow, but CuKu is gonna throw down a scan immediately. Wouldn't hate a missile turret here. I think this is a good moment to drop a missile turret here. So you have an answer for roaches with tunneling claws. I think CuKu is kind of cooking. I mean, the third command center is late. But we've got +1. Stim, Marines, Marauders, Medevacs coming out. We can start producing tanks. I think I like this for CuKu. One of these Marines is not like the other. CuKu is CuKu. As in, he's cooking. This map seems pretty good for battle cruisers in TVC. I think this map is great for hidden bases, baby. Anybody who's watching this stream right now or will take a look at the VOD. If you ever play me, you better scout the top right, center right, and bottom right every single game. And these bases too. Because to me, it's hidden base galore. Roaches are going to go to the other side of the map, and that means that Bly may be a bit vulnerable in his main. CuKu thought about going for it, but he gets a bit scared and intimidated by those queens. If you take the top right as a hidden base, even when they scout it, it's so hard to attack that. It takes forever to get units there. I think this is a great Phoenix map. I'm kind of excited to play on this map. I don't love the tile set. I feel like they could have made it a bit prettier than what it actually is. Especially the main base, I think, is a little bit boring. Other than that, I do really like this map. Bly is on 60 drones and he's got a couple of infestors on the way. This is just such a different paced TVZ than what I'm used to, but that's also why we made this matchup. Because we wanted it to be a bit different and unique. CuKu finds a little gap in the corner of the main of Bly. Bly is going to see it now, but I think that's a tiny bit too late. What are we going to go for then, CuKu? CuKu says, I want some queens, Roddy. He gets one, is close to getting the second, but that's all he gets for now. Little bit of multi-prong. Marauders are going to go for the hatch. That is a lot of Marauders, guys, stimming forward. And CuKu is reliving the glory days of Bolt as he stims in there and he very casually kills a hatchery. If CuKu unloads the Marauders on the high ground, he probably gets a cancel on the 4th base too. Loses track of those two medevacs for a split second and ends up losing the first couple of roaches with Burrow and Tunneling Claws. They're being a nuisance on the top side of the map. CuKu threw down a scan, but he didn't actually kill the roaches. Bly was floating some money and he's spending that now, guys, with a casual 17 roaches at once. Bly does not really believe in spreading creep. Has a couple of creep too much through the center, but that's about it. CuKu has unloaded a bunch of very low HP Marines in the corner of the main once more. But they are so low on HP that they can't even stim. The Marauders are going to stim forward one more time. Earlier they got the kill, now they're going to get the kill again, by the way, because that did not get cancelled. But Bly does land a couple of fungals, and if units are fungal, they cannot hop back into the medevac. So CuKu kills the hatch, but he loses every single Marauder. And now he gets the bad news that there is creep here, and that probably means there is a hatchery. It's a very bizarre, weird, and different first TVZ, guys. And I still don't know who's really winning. Who do you guys think is winning this? Bly has Hive Tech. And is up a couple workers. I don't know about this attack. There are tanks here. Bly apparently does not give a damn about tanks. But perhaps he should, because tanks are really, really good against roaches. And somehow this tank survives with 5 HP. So, is CuKu winning? Question mark? Now he is.
Game paused.
Before the fight he wasn't. Now he is. CuKu says lag. CuKu asked me a while ago if he could come to Zuidland once. I was like, mate, what the hell do you want to do here? He's like, oh, I want to have that Roddy bootcamp. I was like, well, you're going to have to convince Vicky. And then Vicky actually met CuKu at Home Story Cup. And he asked her, and she said, you seem like a sweet kid, so sure. Hasn't happened yet, but he would not have any ping issues from my place. Apparently has 2,000 ping. That is around 2,000 more than I currently have, guys. 0 ping. Fiber, baby. Hello, Drogo. We were just talking about you, mate. We gave you some compliments for always being good whenever the regionals are coming up. And also that you played once in the Big Brain Bouts main event. You played against Goblin. This one was kind of inspired on that same note. Just giving some love to all the names. And obviously both of you guys made it to the finals of DreamHack Leipzig back then. If you qualify for this DreamHack, it will be a miracle. I don't believe that. I always believe in you, Drogo. CuKu loads up 3 medevacs full of bio. Thinks about going for a big drop, but decides against it in the end. Very, very strange game. I think at this point, CuKu is probably a bit confused about the spot that he's in as well. Bly's like, this is how all of my ZVTs look like. Everything went according to plan. And we're like, what plan? He's like, the plan where there is no plan. Left a couple of units behind in his main base though. CuKu could have gone for the spawning pool here and potentially deny Adreno Glance from finishing up. I'm not sure if the 1-0 Zerglings in a 12-minute game are going to be that devastating. Even if they have Adreno Glance. It's a great upgrade, guys, but 1-0 Lings against 2-2 Bio. Don't know about that. Is Bly going Broodlords? Looks like it. He's got a greatest spy and he's firing up 10 Corruptus. But Bly basically goes everything, mate. Bly doesn't really have strategies or timings or unit compositions. Bly just goes Zerg. And then eventually we'll see how the game goes. And he will see how the game goes. It's a little bit of this, it's a little bit of that. I believe Bly is a great cook, because he will come up with some dishes that no one has ever made before. CuKu unloads these two medevacs into the natural, gets the kill on the greatest spire. So Bly is not going to be able to make any broodlords for quite some time, as he now drops the Ultralisk Cavern as well. As I said, Bly goes everything. Bly just goes Zerg, guys. The only thing we haven't seen yet is a Hydra Den, but I'm sure that it's just a matter of time before he drops a Hydra Den for us. You would move to the Netherlands for that ping? I always had pretty decent internet already, but eventually I got convinced, because these guys kept on ringing my door. They're like, hey, do you want fiber? Hey, do you want fiber? And eventually I was like, there is only one way that they stop coming, and that is if I just take fiber. My brother was the guinea pig in the family. He took it a little while before me. He said it was amazing. I've had it for a while right now, and I'm pretty happy. The supplies are still very close. CuKu is up a little bit in supply, but I don't know if he really is confident with the position that he's in. How much does it cost per month? I'm actually not very good in keeping track of those things, but it's not that much. And I also get like some TV channels, and I get football, and the first year is on a discount. You know, they hit you with all these offers and special promotions. I think at the moment I'm not paying much. I think a year from now it's going to be a bit more. I think right now it's only like 35 or 40 euros a month, and that includes the TV channels, so it's pretty good. You pay 75 bucks, and I pay a lot less than that, and I don't know the speed because I don't care. I told the guys that were trying to sell me on fiber over and over again, I was like, you guys don't need to tell me about download speed. I don't care. I just need it to be stable. If you promise me that it's stable and I don't randomly disconnect, I'll be happy. As we have a couple of ultras right before kindness plating, we're going to just engage at the bottom of this ramp. We land fungals. Thanks for doing that thing. Bly made ultras need kindness plating. Bly says, but I don't care, Roddy. I've got Corruptus too, using caustic spray, sniping a base. I give up. CuKu kills the base, Bly kills the base. CuKu throws down a scan on the left side as Bly is going to go one more time, guys. 10 seconds before kindness plating, 12 seconds before +2 melee. Bly says, let's take another fight. They do not go well. We have a couple slow bailings in the mix as well. The very casual 16-minute bailing speed timing is coming up. Corrupt is still flying through the center of the map. We have a great Aspire now, by the way, so technically, if we have some money, we could get Broodlords. Bly is going to flank with Corruptus. Does have +3 armor, that's sick. If he would have Ultras now, they'd be so freaking tanky. But he's lost all of them. He's losing 20-something drones as well. The Broodlings are not going to make a difference. Corruptus are going to come in. Bly is forced to tap out, taking a couple of anti-timing fights in a row. Apparently is a little too much. And CuKu takes the 1-0 lead after a 16-minute Lord knows what kind of game we just watched. And Bly says that he needs to restart the PC because he apparently had a few issues as well. Fiber was a thing in 2015 or not? I want to say that it was, because I think we already had fiber internet in Rancho Cucamonga when I lived together with Nathanias and Mike. I'm pretty certain we had fiber internet there. Now the Italians are gonna catch some strays. As CuKu is whispering, he's saying that my internet became Italian lately. I have moments where I just lag pretty hard. I don't know what the Italians have ever done, but sure. He used to live in Rancho Cucamonga of Haven and the 210. I remember the names, but I don't know exactly where that was. I lived off Milliken Avenue and was it 6th Street? I have to look at the map to figure out. I know my first street that I lived was Cedar Glen Place, and the second one was Milliken Avenue. But I forgot the exact intersections. So, was it 8th Street or what? Where is Milliken? There. I think this is where I lived the second place, and then the first place was somewhere here at Cedar Glen. So 6th Street, 8th Street. Oh, 4th Street. Yeah. Okay. 4th Street. Not 6th, but 4th. That's where I live with Mr. Bitter. In a place that some of you old school nerds may remember as the Razor House. Even though that really wasn't the Razor House. But somehow Mr. Bitter thought it was a great idea to name it the Razor House. Even though he was the one paying for everything. Good guy though, that Mr. Bitter. Alright, round 2.
Round 2. Fight!
Top right side of Ghost River. We are looking at the main base of our Romanian Terran, who has taken the 1-0 lead in his second main event ever. The first time he ever played in the main event, he had an insanely good series against either Rotzin or Art. I forgot who it was. We did that because there was the regionals going on, and I decided to only invite players that were not playing in the regionals back then. And it was a great series. CuKu lost, but it was awesome. 3-2 all the way. Taking the 1-0 lead in his second ever main event. The youngster, the hotshot, Redback CuKu. Speaking of raves, did you ever go to... If you're asking me, I went to Tomorrowland once in Belgium. So I would say that that's the only real rave, if that qualifies as a rave, that I went to. I got 3 tickets and I thought, why not? Go ahead, check it out. I thought it was pretty cool, but I would not go again. This is not really my scene or vibe. But it's fun. Top left side, guys, the man who needed a quick reboot because he said that his computer was not cooperating. This is the Ukrainian Zerg, a legend, a finalist of the DreamHack Masters Leipzig 2016. Bly, on fire. It's very big, PBR. If you like walking, you have a good time at Tomorrowland. You can get a lot of steps in. Back-to-back games. CuKu is gonna go for a reactor first. He may just wanna play oh, very early Roach 1, guys. Bly is gonna switch it up. Bly says, alright, I saw you builder in game 1. Apparently he's got some evil plans here in game 2. When did CuKu graduate from Team Roddy? I would say that was close to a year ago. He joined that team that Gung Fu Banda was on as well. In Phasa Esports or something. Unfortunately for CuKu, they were not as good to him as we were. And after a couple of months, they just said like, yeah, you're done. Or we're done. Sorry, no money. We're not going to pay you anymore. So then he left, but now he found Team Redback. And Team Redback is a Moldavian/Romanian esports org. And I believe they've been very good to him. He's very happy. I think it's the best deal that he's ever had. So I'm happy for CuKu. I had a couple of meetings with those guys as well. I guess they wanted to hear if I had good things to say about CuKu. And even though I tease him a lot on this channel, and I always give him crap, if I'm talking to other people that want to do something nice for him, I only spread love and positivity, and I said he's a great kid. It's the biggest lie I've ever told, but CuKu obviously is a great kid. He is now going to see that roaches are running to the other side of the map. I don't know if this build that Bly is doing is great against an opening where the Terran has 3 barracks and a lot of firepower. But Bly apparently is not afraid. And he's just gonna go for it. Thank you to the DS Store for joining us on brand new Tier 1 subby. Now Bly will drone up behind this guy, so it's not like an all-out all-in, but I have the feeling that these builds will be very good against like a Reaper Heli, and I'm not sure if they would be that good against this many Marines and Marauders. CuKu is taking this mega serious with triple bunker. I guess, yeah, why not? I don't know if triple bunker is truly necessary. I think 2 bunkers would have been enough. Because we are not on his level, Iba. We are just not on his level. Bly is obviously going to be very experienced in these scenarios where he goes for a build that technically doesn't really both very well against the build that his opponent is doing. But I think he does a good job in making it seem like he's more committed than what he is. And then he will drone up like a mad lad behind it and still turn it into something. Stim is about to finish up, so I do think that Bly needs to piss off. Oh my god, that's so many bio units. Oh, that's so many bio units. Karosival is going to try to buy some time. But CuKu's army here is big and powerful. And Bly is going to lose all of these Ravagers. He's going to lose every single Roach as well. CuKu, don't slow down now, mate. Like, this is the easiest cancel that CuKu can ever get. Bly's got nothing. He's got 2 queens. Bly has 2 queens. Does fire up 12 roaches, and if all of them show up at the same time and they are able to sync up, it's gonna be fine. If I was CuKu, just get a cancel on this hatch and go home. I think our Romanian Terran, all he really needs to do is get a cancel on this hatchery and just go home. Throws down a scan, he sees the units here. I don't think it's really need. You don't want to throw these units away. Just go home, get some medevacs out, heal them up. CuKu is off to a great start here, guys, in the main event. Bly is playing builds that he probably doesn't play a whole lot when he's lathering on his barcode. And this is why I often tell you guys that I think barcode practice is not necessarily great. And especially not if you're a different kind of player. And Bly is a different kind of player. And in tournaments, people will never play the same builds that they do on the ladder against the barcode Zerg. And this is a tournament. It's an invitational. Both players had a couple days to get ready for their opponent. CuKu has split off a few units. He's going to stim forward. And he is going to get another cancel on the third base of Bly. Bly in trouble. Sure, he's up 5 workers, but against double orbital, third command center on the way. A crazy amount of firepower with all of these Marines and Marauders. +1 finishing up. It's not looking too hot for our Ukrainian Zerg. I think game 1 looked good for him from time to time. And if he would have just waited for those ultras to have kindness plating and maybe +3 melee or +3 carapace finishing up, I think he would have been more than fine. I don't know if he can get himself in a similar spot here in game 2. He does have experience. A crazy amount of it. Very few people have more experience than Bly in this game. Nice target fire there on the Marauder, by the way. CuKu definitely bleeding out a few more bio units than I think he was supposed to. Should have just been happy with the cancel the first time, go home. Game 1 was on Amphion. One of the new maps as well. Alright, Bly thinks he can take this fight. I'm really not sure if he can take this fight because there's a decent amount of Marines and Marauders. There are a couple of nice hot pickups there by CuKu, guys. As Bly is going to burrow these roaches, but roaches just don't do that well against Marines and Marauders with medevac support. On top of that, they have an upgrade advantage too. CuKu just needs to slow down these games. And like right now, go back, CuKu. Or maybe like split up 8 Marines. I don't think you really need to keep fighting on the other side of the map. CuKu says, well, Roddy, I'm going to go do it anyway. Does kill another roach. Don't think he's quite going to get the hatch. Oh, Bly with a bit of a move command there, but he does snipe a couple of these Marauders. So it's pick up micro against burrow micro apparently. There's even a tank that's being rallied to the other side of the map, but there are barely any units supporting it. I don't really like this move out by CuKu. His army skills better than the army of Bly. There's no reason for him to attack with like 4 wounded soldiers and a tank. But it's okay. The game, I think, is still looking great for CuKu. He just needs to get an army. Don't fight with like 6 bio units at a time. Bly's supply is looking good. Upgrades non-existent. Well, he's got bailing speed this time. That is 7 minutes earlier than he got it in that previous game. I think it's still looking good for CuKu, but if he ends up losing 20 plus SCVs now, it's looking a lot less good. And he's going to pick up the bio units. Now he has even less firepower at home. He did already have a missile turret in his natural though, so that's going to make his life a little easier. A few roaches also on pop, but crisis averted. Could have been bad. Not that bad. Bly fires up 14 drones at once and has a couple of infestors on the way. Does Roddy ever simul stream on YouTube so that I could watch on my Roku? What is a Roku? No, I've never done that yet. Tasteless is telling me that I absolutely have to multi-stream on everything. Not just on YouTube, but I have to do it on Kick, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter. I may do some multi-stream one day just to see if it goes somewhere, but I don't know. I have not done it yet. Roku is like Chromecast. Amazon stop you from putting Twitch on Roku? Because Amazon is evil. Maybe I'll give it a shot in the near future. I've never done it, but I know Tasteless will be very, very happy if I do some multi-streaming. Who is the top Romanian player? The one that you're looking at, mate. CuKu is the best player from Romania. And Bly may still be the best player from Ukraine. I think there is a tiny downside to it, but it's okay. We can go over that on a different day, guys. Maybe we'll go live on Kick soon. If I don't get a free ticket for TwitchCon Europe, guys, I'm streaming on Kick, baby. We have TwitchCon in RotterdaM. I've been a partner streamer for 12 years. I go live every single day. I better get a ticket to TwitchCon in RotterdaM. We have a couple of fungals landing as CuKu has a low HP medevac, but still 8 Marines in the back of the natural. As Bly set up a flank here, but this flank didn't really work out. Dealing with this 8 Marine drop seems to be a bit more tricky than initially anticipated as well. Romanian Terran is looking good. Just heal up these units. Wouldn't hate it if he repairs his tanks. Those tanks are very important against roaches. Bly versus Hydra. That would not be close. I think I could ask Hydra if he wants to play some games eventually, but this is not the right time to ask Hydra, but maybe in the future. But Hydra would not be like Bly level at the moment. Hydra would maybe play against, I don't know, Multi. Like Molten, Bully, Jesu, something like that. Bly would be way too good for Hydra. Marines are gonna steam and gun down a queen. CuKu, his army is honestly looking a little bit underwhelming here. That's because he's got a crazy amount of reinforcements on the way. But Bly is gonna try to take the fight right before those reinforcements show up. Liberators have not seized up yet. I mean, in the end, it's just roaches, right? Roaches just not that great. They are both floating, I think, a little bit more than they are supposed to float. Nice move by Bly, though, with all of those roaches and tunneling claws. There's still a pretty scary army that he needs to worry about. What do we have, Bly? 24 roaches, 5 corruptors, 4 infestors. Ooh. The triple on Burrow. Bly with the plays. Gets 2 out of 3 tanks real quick. He's going to get the final tank as well. But he still ends up losing the hatch. It's very sad. He's saving up some pennies, I guess, for Broodlords. I mean, insanely cool triple on Burrow. CuKu is still flying around with a couple of Marines in that low HP medevac. I think it may matter, because CuKu is playing double factory tank, that medevac dies. If Bly gets 10 Broodlords out, I know Reynor tells us every single day that Broodlords suck and are very, very, very weak at the moment. Oh, nice fungal, nice corrosive balls as well. I mean, Bly is actually on fire at the moment. Every single thing he does is suddenly great. That's the beauty of watching Bly. Bly can have a couple of very questionable moves, but then he can also have the absolute greatest moves back to back. CuKu still attacking. Medevacs have absolutely zero energy. Another tank gets picked off. Bly is splitting up some roaches to counterattack. He's gonna fire a marauder. He's gonna fire a tank. Where are those Broodlords? Can the Broodlords get the job done against low HP Marines? A few more fungals are connecting. And this is Starcraft, guys. Bly is splitting up some roaches. He's gonna get into the natural, into the third base. Someone asked not too long ago, great move, but does it matter? Oh, it absolutely matters. Because killing those tanks is what kept him alive. And now the brutes and the fungals. Do we have some anti-air, Bly? Bly has 1 queen, guys. We need some anti-air to deal with liberators. Please do not tell me that I have to watch 2 Liberators very, very, very slowly kill 5 Broodlords. I mean, Bly is a 2-base Zerg at the moment. He's up in supply, but he's a 2-base Zerg. And he is losing Broodlords, 2 Liberators. But he is in the natural, he's in the 3rd phase. This is chaos. Absolute chaos. The only anti-air unit that Bly has now come to the front lines to the rescue. As we have gone for the Broodlord split. What am I watching? Alright. So Bly takes great fights, kills 28 SCVs, but also lost his 3rd and his 4th base. Has rebuilt one of them, Infestor's gonna siege up, and Ravages are here to shut that bad boy down. So who's winning now? If nothing happens for like 2 minutes, CuKu is absolutely winning. I'm surprised that Bly kept all of these units at home. Why did he keep all of them at home? Was he that intimidated by those 2 Broodlords? He still has his Spire. I feel like the longer he waits, the more underwhelming those Broodlords become. Yeah, I think this tank is stuck. Looks pretty stuck to me. You can just siege it up though. It's a great anti-roach run-by tank. And you know that Bly loves those. This Liberator has 4 kills. Yeah, Bly's upgrades is so bad. I'm a little bit concerned for Bly. I think CuKu is now finally doing what he's supposed to be doing. And that's just chill. And obviously right when I say that, he moves out with 120 supply. Why can this kid not chill? If you guys have ever met CuKu in real life, you know that CuKu, or watched his stream, because he does stream from time to time. CuKu is a very HD kid. Has too much energy. Likes to talk, likes to jump around. And what he also loves to do is attack all the freaking time. In moments where he really does not need to attack. Like he's working on 3-3. He's going up to 5 bases. He's getting ghost. He's like, yeah, let me go ahead and attack again. And it may work out and maybe it doesn't, but it's just not needed. CuKu is going to give Bly an opportunity to potentially take a great fight, but maybe it's CuKu who's going to take a great fight. Who knows? A couple of Marines working on the hatchery in the bottom left side. We are looking for a fungal, not getting any fungals, but what we do have is Broodlords. What we also have on the side of CuKu is Ghost. Ghosts are great, but to siege up your tank, CuKu. Just one tank. If it's stuck, you may as well kill it. Ah, it has siege. Sick. Few more goals going forward. Pew, 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 pew. A couple of the Broodlords getting picked off, and Bly is in trouble. CuKu did not need to be here, but the power of the Ghost is overwhelming once more. Bly is going to try to give us another great play with a couple of roaches. Wait, what? Oh no, that's not maybe the best spot ever to unburrow them, but it kind of works. But Bly's supply is just plummeting, and he's barely killing anything. CuKu is now fighting very far away from his tanks, but he does not care because upgrades win games. +2 bio against Ravagers that have 0 and 1. Yeah. Roaches are not great here. Ravagers are not great. 141 supply. CuKu is going to take the 2-0 lead in the Big Brain Bouts main event. A very chaotic, weird, wild series. I thought Bly was winning at one point. After he had all those Broodlords and he survived, but he just didn't attack. I feel like he should have attacked. And he didn't. And he just kind of let CuKu enjoy the economic lead that CuKu still had. Because even after Bly killed 28 SCVs, CuKu was outmining him. It's that simple. GG gets called after 19 minutes on Ghost the River. It's a 2-0 lead for the Romanian. I want to go back, guys, to that great fight we had. Was it here? So he has a great move. Triple on burrow, kills all the tanks, kills these units too. Great Aspire is going to finish up. 5 Broodlords, he's gonna clean up this army as well. I kind of thought at this point that we would do something with all of these units. And kind of just kept them at home. I mean, maybe it would not have worked, because CuKu did already have a couple of ghosts out. Bly had the bigger army, but maybe it was not quite big enough to really go to the other side of the map and get the job done. 2-0 lead for CuKu. 1 map away from winning $150. CuKu clearly has drafted a little plan where he says, alright, I'm gonna go 3 Rex. Because all I need against Bly is a lot of firepower early. It is far from easy. He definitely has to work for it. These games are very chaotic, but he's getting himself in pretty good spots. Game 3 will be played on Crimson Court, guys. So another brand new map. I guess we've seen all the new maps today. We saw Amphion, we saw Ghost River a couple times, we saw Crimson Court, Post Youth, and... Is there one we didn't see yet? We saw Dynasty. Did we see Dynasty? Yeah, we saw Dynasty in the Cannon Rush, right? So I think we saw all of them. Unless I'm missing something very obvious, but I don't think so. Main event, BASILISK Big Brain Bouts number 54. If you guys want to say thank you to BASILISK for giving away $500 to these video gamers every single Friday, what you guys can do is join their Discord. !BASILISK Discord in my chat. We'll give you a link. This is also where you could potentially sign up for the Big Brain Bouts, but there is a better way to do that, and that's in my channel. The BASILISK Discord is mostly just to keep track of the team and say hello. And today, you can wish Serral a very happy birthday, as the greatest Starcraft 2 player in history is celebrating his birthday today. How old is he becoming? I don't know.
Round 3. Fight!
Top right side of Crimson Court. We are looking at the main base of the man who's down 0-2, and he's gonna build a hatchery on the other side of the map. This is Bly on fire. Wow. Proxy hatch and a 12 pool. Or what is it? 13 pool? If CuKu goes reactor low ground expand again, is he in trouble? I would say he is. We haven't had a single 3-0 yet today. I really hope that this is not going to be a 3-0, but even if it is, I feel like we had a great night of games. I'm pretty happy with how all of the games have played out. I thought we had fun series, crazy turns and twists. So overall, an entertaining night of StarCraft 2. Bottom left side, guys. Redback and CuKu. And here's SCV. Misses it. Gref won against Holy Hit, yeah, Mojo. 3-2. Was a really fun series. What is this map? This map is Crimson Court. It's one of the new maps. Guys, CuKu goes reactor first, low ground expand again. I don't know much about Zerg keys against Terran, but I also feel that if Bly his build does not work now, it's just never ever going to work. Jumi beat Future 3-1 Pi with an absolute robbery of a game 1 victory. That never should have happened. And then we had Fiant beating Rostock 3-1 in some very crazy, weird games too. Not necessarily the best games, but definitely fun and entertaining. After scouting, guys, the Roachworn and the Extractor, CuKu immediately snap cancels that expand and says, alright, we're just gonna defend on the high ground, a double bunker, and build a factory and take it from there. Yeah, results 3-2 Graph, 3-1 for... Wait, did I not update the bracket, by the way? Oh, no. There is a small chance that I forgot to update the bracket. If I did not update the bracket link. It's a bit late now, but I apologize. It's best probably for CuKu to just get a tech lab here, right? And build a tank, yeah. In the old... Wait, he's gonna build a Cyclone? He wants... CuKu thought about it and then he says, no, I want to get a Cyclone. I don't know if this Cyclone is very good in this scenario. I don't know if the Cyclone is the right choice for CuKu, guys. I think his initial plan of Tech Lab and tanks was better than this Cyclone. Old patch, old Cyclone, yes, go Cyclone. This patch, I actually think tanks are better, but we will see. Bly took a lot of damage on one of his Ravages, but it should not die anytime soon. CuKu looking for a lock-on. Gets a lock-on. Actually moves out, kills the first Overlord, and Bly actually is in danger of losing another Overlord here. Bly did not expect CuKu to just YOLO down this ramp, but yeah, these kids have no fear. CuKu is doing what you would never really expect anybody to do, and that's just run down that ramp. I guess he just picked up on the fact real quick that Bly did not build any additional units. He's like, well, I saw 3 Ravages. I still see 3 Ravages. That's all I'm really seeing here. I think that's all you got. And CuKu was right. Could have gone worse for Bly, but Bly is not out of the woods just yet. I mean, Bly is transitioning, sort of. I think he cancelled the queen on this side of the map. Now CuKu is building more cyclones. Now he cancels the cyclone. He's like, no, I'm going to go tech lab again. He had a queen indeed on the way here, but he cancelled that queen. CuKu did throw down a scan, so he has a pretty good idea of when that natural of Bly is going to come online. Cyclone gets another lock on, gets another kill. One more Ravage in a bit of an awkward spot. Corrosive Ball will not connect, cannot connect. Oh, Bly. It is a disaster. I kind of feel that if Bly would have just built more Roaches, more Ravages, he would have been in a much better spot. But Bly wanted to transition out ASAP, and that just didn't really do a whole lot for him. Well, he did kill at least the Cyclones here, and with these extra Roaches that are going to come out, he'll get something. He'll at least get some value out of all this lava. I don't think this game is 100% over yet, because it's just very weird. And Bly does have the expand, right? This orbital is not done. I don't know. I don't think it looks that bad for Bly. I wouldn't say it looks great. But it's also not a total disaster. There's no stim, no upgrades, no combat shield. Only one medevac. I think it's very good for CuKu. I mean, I wouldn't fight you over it, Defi, but I don't think it's a total disaster. I mean, Bly should really stop losing random overlords. That does not help. I hated some of the other scenarios that Bly found himself in earlier. A lot more than I hate this one. It's gonna take a long time, I think, before CuKu really has an army that can battle. He's gonna fly over this barracks. He's gonna connect it with a tech lab. I guess we'll go stim first. We don't have E-base yet. For a Bly game, economically, this is not as bad as many of the other economic situations that he finds himself in. It's definitely not good. Oh, some long distance mining from the gold. Yeah. We'll see. We will see. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but it's gonna be hard, I guess, to survive the first Marine tank push. You know, CuKu could maybe try to keep this simple. Bly is gonna go for very early infestors, I assume. Small chance that Bly is really feeling like he's the ultimate Bly video gamer ever, and he goes the most random swarm host. Kind of feel like Roach swarm host is an option. Let's see. Bly up a couple workers, but obviously a couple workers does not make up for double orbital and 2 mules being dropped at the same time. CuKu picks up 8 Marines and is going to send them to the other side of the map. These Marines will have stim by the time they show up, so Bly needs to take this serious. Do you guys think we're going to see swarm host? I kind of have the weird... No. He's going to fire up an infestor. I like the idea of single drop in the main, double drop trying to get a cancel at the third. With 15 roaches though, I think Bly should be okay. As long as Bly doesn't pull all of these units away, I think he should be okay. There's enough in the main. Should have almost enough over here. It's a couple of Marines stemming forward. They're gonna go for the queen first. That is 1/3 of the amount of queens that Bly has in total. No, it's okay. I think the ultimate crisis is averted. Archmate, bring it in. CuKu drops 2 more barracks. 3rd CC is being built in the natural, and he fires up racks number 4 and 5. The Marine tank push is going to hit like a truck, but you basically have to attack here because you don't really want to go through triple rocks with 2000 HP. There are so many rocks. CuKu. Okay, CuKu is going to pick everything up, but Bly could land a fungal dent. Oh, Bly is going to see it. CuKu is tanks and not siege. And okay. That's gonna take a little while, CuKu. Guys, there is 6,000 HP on these rocks. CuKu's like, I'm gonna go for the middle one. I mean, that's great. But... this Alright. 2/3 there, CuKu. He's like, F it, I'm sieging up, baby. We're also dropping, by the way. 8 Marines getting dropped into the natural. Not getting a whole lot done. CuKu has battled his way through 6,000 HP. Nothing will stop this Romanian hotshot when he's on a plan. Bly setting up, I think, the ambush from the high ground. Fungo! Wait, CuKu saw it. I think the medevac gave him high ground vision there for a split second. Tanks get a couple of big shots off. Obviously, CuKu's army is good, but they'll still need to pay attention. Tiny Fungo connecting with a couple of Marines. CuKu's still bouncing between the main and the natural with this one medevac. And I do think CuKu's doing a very good job in getting some value out of the fact that he is the youngster here, that he is probably the quicker player at this point. Bly setting up a pretty big counterattack. CuKu has not seen it yet. He does have that anti-tunneling claws Roach's missile turret. But I don't think he has a lot of firepower here. 1 on-siege tank, not enough. 2 on-siege tanks, not enough. Is this the moment where Bly strikes back and can finally get a point on the board? CuKu has nothing, guys. CuKu has absolutely nothing here, but he does have a double drop, and he has this big ass army over here. 7 SCVs die, missile turret has been picked off. Bly, how many units do we have in the main? Enough. Bly is good for now. Bly is doing great. CuKu kind of needs to go pedal to the metal over here, but I think CuKu is afraid of some Doom Fungals landing. It's a lot of economic damage that the Ukrainian Zerg here is finding here, but he's not quite dealing with this drop in the main. Whose multitasking is better? It started off a lot better for Bly. Bly is going to evacuate this base, and he now has this base on the other side of 6,000 HP of rocks. CuKu is still dropping between the natural and the main. Killing 13 drones is good. 44 workers against 32. Nothing to see here, guys. Just another good old macro ZVT. $154 army supplies. Bly fires up 9 Ravages. Has 1/1 upgrades now, by the way. 44 drones and 1/1 Roach Ravager. What is this? Loco? Loco would be very proud of this performance. Oh, yeah, it's a new macro build I found. Like, no, Loco. Anything that includes nothing but roaches, ravages, and 44 drones is not a macro build. Stop it. Fungal whiffs, but Serral does connect. Nice Fungo on the side of Bly. Serral once more connecting. CuKu is relentless with these drops. Gotta give it to him. And Bly is definitely having a very hard time keeping it together. Both players right now are down to 35 workers. As Bly is also forced to sacrifice this center base. But he's still doing a good job in denying CuKu from mining from his own third. I mean, where the hell is this going? Bly is definitely the kind of guy to max out of 34 drones. He's like, well, Roach is pretty cheap, right? 75 minerals, 25 gas. I think 30 something drones is plenty. I've done my best work of 22. CuKu drops the yellow submarine. It's very important for Bly that he finds a victory in the near future. Because if all of those mules start mining properly, nice job by Bly. But he's going to lose another hatch. How much are these roaches able to do? They are enough at least to kill the tank. They grab the marauder. They're going to grab these marines as well. But the reinforcements arriving on the left side for CuKu. Can Bly justify losing all of these roaches of the ghetto economy that he's currently working with? Still sniping some marauders. Can CuKu do any hot pickups? Nope. Too busy focusing on what else is happening. Bly running through 6 tanks over here. Oh. Yeah, those tanks were still there, Bly. They did not disappear, and that was painful. He's now 13 workers behind. Bly is in serious trouble. So maybe I should drone up. But yeah. I mean, these mules, guys, are just the sickest. These mules make a very big difference, giving CuKu a temporary 1,000 resource per minute advantage. Bly still doing a decent job in going for the run bys. He's going to lose all these roaches as well. CuKu throws down the scan. 6 more roaches will fall. A couple of extra roaches reveal themselves in the natural. They snipe the missile turret. They grab the Marauder too. I don't know if CuKu has any additional scans left over. Yes, he does. Bly does a very good job in getting out of scan radius. Some good moves of Bly, but he's just working with such a crap economy. And he's having the absolute hardest time getting 3 bases up and running. 2 base Zerg, Roach Ravager is not great, especially not against Marine Tank. A very silly game here between these two, but CuKu came in with a plan. And he may be the lower ranked player on the ladder. He may be the less accomplished player. And the less experienced player even. It shows that if you do some homework, if you do some studying, I think he made life harder on himself from time to time than it had to be. I think in the end it's all going to be good enough for CuKu. And knows that Bly is very fond of the roaches with tunneling claws. Got missile turrets every single game. Try to go for 2-rex, 3-rex openings every single game. Has a bunch of tanks left over. It's a bit out of position against his army, but this is a very weird army to look at. CuKu thought about turning around and he says, nope, I'm not going to turn around. I'm just going to attack. Alright, so this game, when I thought it was already silly and looking close to ending, is about to get even more crazy. CuKu, do we have a siege of tanks here, my friend? What are these infestors looking for? Some sweet fungals. Fungal the SCVs, why not? First fungal connects. CuKu feels that he cannot fight this many infestors and this many ravagers. Oh, is Bly winning now, guys? 29th round Bly? What the hell is happening here? CuKu being a little indecisive on figuring out whether or not he should attack or defend. I mean, it's still the tanks. There's so many tanks. Bly could really use a tiny roach flank with tunneling claws on these tanks. If Bly wins this game, it's sick. I've never seen a Zerg win with 20-something drones against 4 base Terran and 40+ SCVs. Nice tank shots from the high ground. This is just a ridiculous graph. This is not how any graph should really look. CuKu with a doom drop is risky, by the way. Could have been fungled, but does not get fungled. Bly not paying attention. Not a single fungal is casted for a little while. So just when things starting to look good for Bly, he loses the vast majority of his infestors, and now CuKu is flanking this army too. And Bly loses every single Ravager and every single infestor because he did not pay attention. What the hell is this? He also has roaches in the back of the main of CuKu. Oh my goodness. Oh, you guys wanted a clown fiesta. You guys wanted weird games. Here's Bly. You guys got weird. 57 drones. Or excuse me, 57 army supply for the Zerg against 57 now for CuKu as well. 2 infestors remaining. Bly is going to try to retake his natural. I would have said literally any other cancel. Does not cancel, is going to lose it. That's one way to burn through your piggy bank. So CuKu still wins, guys, with 20 SCVs. Is that what it is? Triple orbital, 20 SCVs, a very low HP army. Not a single infestor inside. Oh boy, could we have used a couple of fungals here. And Bly has just been out of larva for a while. Fires up 5 infestors now. Makes his way up this ramp. 1-1 for the Roach Ravager. +2 attack, +1 armor for the bio units. And it seems that the wise words of Tilleman are heard once more. The Terran army is better than your army. Infestors show up, but I think a day late and a dollar short, as my man Mr. Bitter would say. Bly doing his absolute best here to micro the ever-living crap out of every single Roach, Ravager, Infestor. But one more scan should almost do it. CuKu with 66 supply. It may not seem like a lot, but it's a lot in this specific scenario. I think he's ready to end it, or can he? Another fungal. Couple of low HP Marauders. They throw down the scan. They find those 2 Infestors. A few Roaches pop. And they obviously spawn with full HP. Few more Roaches show up. Is that then enough to push this CuKu army back? For now it is, but it's just a matter of time before more Terran units show up. This is probably not what you want to do with your tanks. CuKu has 3 tanks in total. Make that 2. Does have this center base. Not doing anything. Has this orbital, this orbital. I think we're saving some scans right now. Bly is about to lose hatchery number 8 in a 19-minute game. Does not cancel it. You guys thought I was joking, huh? I'm not joking. The man actually lost 8 hatcheries. They started off with a proxy hatchery, by the way. Think CuKu has done it. Thought that for a while. At one point I started thinking that Bly had done it again. Bly is now cranking out a couple links, but he's down to 23 drones. Has a few more roaches showing up in the third base, in the natural, and he's gonna be annoying. Also killed a lot of SCVs in this game, right? 71 SCVs have fallen. 58 drones have gone down on the side of Bly. It was weird, it was chaotic. But it turns out, guys, that if you do your homework and you come in with a plan, maybe reach out to your friends for some tips and tricks on how to play against a Terran, or a Zerg rather, like Bly. As a Terran you can be fine. GG gets called. We do get a single 3-0 tonight. We get a 3-0 in the main event for CuKu. $150 go to the Romanian youngster. As Bly, even though he's been pretty active lately, cannot get the job done. He still gets $50. Very fun game. Obviously super weird game 2, game 3. Yeah. What is this, guys? It's like this? I don't know what this is. It was fun. It was chaotic. It was wild. Had great moments, silly moments, painful moments. Congrats to CuKu though for winning $150. Kid worked hard for it and he gets rewarded. Let's take a look. What did you guys vote for in the end? Did you guys believe in the Romanian hotshot? Or did you guys believe in the Ukrainian veteran? Wow! 83%? Jeez. 83%. 1.5 million channel points on Bly. And CuKu doesn't just win, but CuKu won 3-0. Maybe it's a bit of that name recognition that Bly has. No belief in our boy CuKu at all, hey? What do you guys think that I did running Team Roddy for all this time? You guys think I've got no eye for talent? They thought you were a noob, CuKu. Can't blame them, but today they were wrong. Shout out to Basilisk for giving us a whole bunch of subs towards the end. Welcome everyone. Hopefully you have a good time being on board. Feel free to extend your stay. We welcome you with open arms. That's all I got, guys. It's been a long day. I did 2 streams today. We also casted the Stars War European qualifier earlier. It was fun. We can take a final look at the results. I did not update the bracket. I apologize. Damn it. It's okay. No one's perfect. Big Brain Bouts, number 54. CuKu walks away with $150 after 3-0ing Bly in the main event. Gref won a very fun series. If you guys like cannons, you should absolutely take a look at our first series of the night. And Gref with a 3-2 victory over Holy Hit for Jumi. He erases that sour taste that he had from the Big Brain Bouts. I don't know why I suddenly got hiccups. As for Jumi gets a 3-1 victory over Future after losing to Euthermal last time. And Fionti Boy gets a 3-1 win over Rostock. Even though Rostock had game 3 and game 4 in the bag, he couldn't quite close it out. I think tonight what we definitely witnessed is a lot of people attacking when they really did not have to attack. That's something you don't really see too often when you watch the absolute finest players in the world. I guess game sense is pretty hard, and yeah, we see all the numbers. If you're playing, you don't really know what kind of spot you're in exactly. And we saw a couple of throws in that regard. Was fun though. I am done, guys. Long day, a lot of games. I did my best per usual. I hope you guys had a good time. I feel like we watched some entertaining video games. I will go ahead and send you guys over to a different channel. Want to get drunk? Definitely not today. There's a small chance that tomorrow I have some drinks because Reynor wants me to come out. Not really feeling like it, but for Reynor, I'll do my best. I told him I'll come out if he beats ShoWTime. If he loses, I'm staying home. If he wins, I'll come hang out. So he knows what's at stake. Not just an offline event, but also dragging the old man out of his house.